Hey folks, good afternoon from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. I'll be doing a couple of episodes. First episode, I'm going to be comparing these two fragrances, which I think people compare a lot as similar, right? So one's going to be Valentino, other one's going to be Tom Ford fragrance. So before that time, it's around 2 p.m. here in Dhaka. It's very sunny outside. It's weekend, and I'm recovering slowly from sickness, but most of the time I'm snoozing, right? So whenever I'm getting chance, I'm doing these videos. So here we go. Okay, so I think we'll start with the Tom Ford Black Orchid. This fragrance was out way before the Valentino. I think at least 10 plus years back this was released, and there are three variants of this one as far as I have seen. I think the original one was Black Orchid EDP, then they released EDT, and think then the Perfume, the golden bottle. So I reviewed the EDP and the Perfume, but I haven't got my hands on the EDT. People say that's more wearable. But this fragrance, let me talk about pricing, and we'll compare each department, longevity, smell, and which one I think I prefer, and if they actually are similar, or if Valentino is a clone of Black Orchid. We'll let you know in the end. So I don't know if someone compared it already. I'm gonna do my part. So the Black Orchid, as I was saying, this fragrance is part of the designer line, just like Grey Vetiver, Tom Ford Noir Extreme, Noir, or Tom Ford Man. You know, these are their lines. Now they're releasing a lot of their Costa Sura and many other fragrances, which is part of the designer, more affordable line. But when I say more affordable doesn't mean cheap. Tom Ford was never cheap. These fragrances back in the days used to be $100 within. Now they have gone up to 180, 190 in Bangladesh. I don't know international market. So to get this you have to spend niche kind of money, and they come in a different bottle size. I think 30, maybe 50 and 100 different bottle sizes. This one will cost you about 180 right now. Okay, and the bottle presentation box I don't have anymore. Bottle looks nice, got this nice black signature bottle. They have this golden metal plate, and then it has TF, Tom Ford, and these are faked a lot, so be careful where you buy them from. I'm not going to spray them. I know their smell, so I'll let you know what I think of them. So this is the presentation. Personally, I think even though Tom Ford is very prestigious, very beautiful, some of their bottles can be lackluster in performance. Like, not performance, sorry, the presentation wise, they sometimes are not really that great. Especially like Tom Ford's, you know, like the upper class line, the private line, or their signature line, the the Tom Ford Tuscan leather or Tobacco Veni. Their caps are kind of loose. Sometimes they are not snug fit. These caps are good, but I think for the price, it can get better. They look nice. I have not much complaint, but their prices are much higher than even Dior and Chanel's. So compared to that, Valentino, I think, did an excellent job. I still think I have the box somewhere. Yes, the box is here. It looks like that. It looks very nice. The black and gold combination. This is called Noir Absolu. And this is basically, let's skip it here because I have the box. This one is a think a flanker to Valentino Uomo, and then they had Valentino Uomo Intense, Noir Absolu, few of the other ones, Valentino Uomo Aqua. I reviewed more or less everything, and they also have some of the other one, the tall bottles. They are more unisex. So this one, I think the presentation looks really top notch. The price on these when it came out, I think it was being sold for $75, $78. Now, I think since discontinuation or maybe reformulation, I don't know, something up. People say there are other bottles which didn't have the studded pattern on the this metal plate. There's another version. I don't know. I never seen it. So I had this fragrance before. I sold it off. So I got it recently again because I seen the prices. It's gone up to $500 plus. People are asking for it since it's discontinuation, or maybe it's rare. So bottle looks amazing. I love these bottles of Valentino. This one is a dark bottle, follows the pattern of Valentino Uomo Intense. I think this bottle presentation is much nicer. Obviously not going to pay $500 for it, but I think personally this one, it's more beautiful than Tom Ford's presentation, and price wise is definitely more affordable. So official notes breakdown wise, the Black Orchid, I cannot remember all the notes. I always remember the truffle note, right, for this one. So there are tons of notes, and this is a very complex dark fragrance, and the notes goes like this: truffle, gardenia, black currant, ylang ylang, jasmine, bergamot, mandarin orange, amalfi lemon, orchid, spices, gardenia, fruity notes, ylang ylang again, and then lotus, jasmine, Mexican chocolate, patchouli, vanilla, incense, amber, sandalwood, vetiver, and white musk. That's like a lot of note. It does look like actually like a few fragrances together, right? So on the other hand, the Valentino, this one, the younger brother, it has very simple notes breakdown: cinnamon, pepper, incense, olibanum, and sandalwood. So when I smell them side by side, I did this review long time back, 2 3 years or even more. When I reviewed this, I sort of said this smells. I think I didn't see the review yet recently, but I think I said it was not a clone, and it was like some similarities are there, and there are some same family. They're both in the same family of dark fragrances, winter fragrances, night outs, very mysterious, chocolatey, and then they have few notes common like incense. But I think if you talk about exactly if this is a clone of that, I would say no. This fragrance, it smells some of the elements of it, but definitely not a clone of this. This one is maybe some elements borrowed from Black Orchid, like chocolate, dark chocolate. This one is a cinnamon, dark chocolate. I think maybe there's a little bit of leather, incense. This is the combination, and it's not too smoky, it's not too dark, it's not too bitter. So this is a perfect balance, and I think the main player in this on the dry down is the sandalwood. And some people do not like that note. I do like it now. I used to be okay, borderline. Nowadays, I can appreciate sandalwood in a fragrance. This is that beauty. So this is like one of the finest creation of Valentino for sure. And earlier days when I used to buy and sell off fragrances, maybe due to immaturity or impatience or something, I would sell off a lot of my great fragrances. This one is definitely the one I got back. I'm very happy about it. I got a good price for it. So if look for a good deal, if you can get within $100, it's a very good deal. If it's more than $150, maybe you should think about it. It makes sense or not. Then better go for Black Orchid. Black Orchid, on the other hand, I get the truffle, the chocolate, the patchouli. It feels like something like Thierry Mugler would create, something dark like Amen. But on top of that, very mysterious, floral, dark, chocolatey, and a little bit of an incense spicy kick. So this fragrance is definitely more daring than this Valentino even, and it's more complex. I think it's a if you ask me, it's more complex than Valentino. Okay, Valentino is more mainstream or more sweet. Like it's people smell it, they're not gonna find it like more is mysterious than Tom Ford. So in that complexity, Tom Ford wins. But if you ask me, if my two questions were, if this is a clone of that, I don't think so. This has some elements of it. You can call them cousins, but this one goes different direction on dry down than this. Okay, so my winner out of the two, I'll tell you if you ask me about overall wearability or more occasions or like even if you can pull it off, I think they're both great cold weather fragrance, got great longevity. Black Orchid EDP lasts longer on me than this one pushes about 15 hours plus. This one on me is 7 to 8 hours. So I think performance wise Black Orchid is winner, and complexity wise maybe this one is a winner. But if you ask me price point wise, what makes more sense or more wearable, it can get more compliments, I think compliments wise they can both pick compliments. But I think this one, that sandalwood note, it's sexy. The incense is just like a perfect, almost middle easternish, but also they pull it back like something reminds me of this kind of fragrances. Okay, Stronger With You Oud by Armani. They are not Middle Eastern perfume, but they give you the vibe, westernized fragrance, have some vibes of Middle Eastern vibe. So this is that, but there's nothing too much of in this fragrance which makes it unwearable or bitter. Black Orchid is very one directional, one dimensional fragrance, I think, because this fragrance is either you love it or hate it. This one, after trying sometimes, maybe you can get used to it, but Black Orchid, if you do not like it, you'll never ever like it. This is what I feel. I like Black Orchid a lot in winter, but today's winner, my personal sentiment, value-wise, Valentino wins here. Even though it's hard to find rare, I think you should hunt it down. Black Orchid you can also get. Try them side by side and do let me know what you feel. I'm just giving you my 2 cents. Thanks for watching. Valentino is my pick today. Valentino Uomo Noir Absolu is my champion today. Thank you so much for watching. Let's do one more video, then we'll upload it. Take care.